Yo, what is up, guys? The image quality is like really bad for the tier list for some reason. So at the very end of the video, I'm gonna put like a super HD image of my tier list so that you could actually see what I put. But two, I'm not gonna edit this video like at all, so you're gonna see a lot of things that were supposed to get cut out. But I feel like midway making it, I just decided that one, it's pretty late at night and I'm tired, but two, this is gonna make some good sleep ASMR. So if you're tired, you're pretty much gonna fall asleep instantly to this. This is just gonna be like a quick little upload just to, put something out. Literally anything. And since ASMR is in my name, might as well put something nice to sleep to. Just an angry man ranting. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time whenever I guess Battlecast decides to update. Yo, what is up? This is gonna be just a chill light video. I'm just gonna be ranking the Escape the Backrooms levels because they recently released it again on console, and I got to play it again. But to be honest, unlike the first time I played it, I feel like I want to be more critical because I feel like playing it through again made me realize that the game has a lot of things that it could do better, in my opinion. So I'm gonna just say those ideas out loud while I actually pick the levels instead of shoving it all into the intro. So let's just start with level 0. Level 0, first level in the game. It's alright. I feel like it's a little bit because technically you can beat level 0 if you just go right. Like if you just hug right, you just immediately win. And I feel like that kind of makes it feel shorter than it actually is. So maybe if they like updated it to, I don't know, make it more spaced out. I know that in the little like walkway section before you get to the next level, there's some holes that you can fall down where you can see the monster. But I feel like that whole bottom area, I feel like you could tie that into the top area and still have it just be like this massive level 0. But maybe that would be a little bit too ambitious because I know a lot of people wouldn't like just running around finding nothing. But I feel like that's literally what makes level 0 level 0. Just this big open land. So I don't know, maybe they introduce like randomized drop for the ladders so that you can get the key and go to the next thing. Or you could just remove the key entirely. Like have it just be like some Easter egg room instead of it making it a part of the main level so that you can actually just expand on making level 0 big so that eventually when you find the exit you'll be like, oh my gosh, that took a while but we finally did it. And you could have the monster included somewhere in that. I don't know. I guess that's just my idea. I think it's okay. I'll put it at B. By the way, I'm ranking this purely solo. I know this game is meant to be played with a bunch of people, but I only got myself. So, as solo perspective, I'll put this in B tier. It's not a bad level. It's pretty fun, like because it's the first level, but I think it could have been better. Level 1. Let's see. This one. Level 1. Let me just make sure something. Level 2. Okay. Honestly, look, we're gonna just F and then we're just gonna we're dropping level 1 and straight into the F tier. I think this level is bad. I think it sucks. Let me explain why. Level 1 has you first when you first start out, you're in the garage area and you have to run around while the skin stealers are walking around. I think that part is fine. It's pretty good actually. I would put it, up here. Unfortunately, the second part of level 1, you have to walk around in this dark garage with like literally no light. Your flashlight is pure garbage, and it was genuinely the most frustrating thing having to replay. Even when I first played the game, this level just felt awful to be in because One, the monster spawns literally directly on the garage where you have to go down the garage levels, and the monster is conveniently spawned right there, and you can't even see anything. You can only see his glowing eyes, but you don't even know that because there's no sound effects for him. There's That's one of the things I really want to comment on. Sound effects. This level, even though it's pitch dark, it could be made so much easier if footsteps could actually be heard, and like breathing, literally anything for the monsters. But there's just nothing. They only have footsteps when they're like 3 feet in front of you, and by then it's like, what's the point of having footsteps? I already know he's in front of me. This level sucks. I think they just need to buff the flashlight so that you can actually see in the dark. That's quite literally it, and also make it more audible where the monsters are, because it's like the monster just appears in front of your face most of the time, and you just die. So we're just gonna move on to the hub. I think this is A tier. Let's just put it in an S tier. It's the hub area. I'll put it in A tier because I don't know, maybe just because of the fact that they nerfed sprinting, that it just feels kind of like it takes too long to run up and down this, like, whatever this is, this tunnel. I think just because of that, I'm gonna just put it in A tier. A little bit impatient, but it's just my opinion. Level 2 is this. I'll just put in the same thing. It's alright. Actually, just going C tier. It's not really a level technically. You're just traveling to the next point. I think it is cool that they have a monster chasing you in this, but it's kind of like you don't even really have to worry about them because you get infinite sprint, and then you just turn a corner and it's done. So just put it in C tier for now, or I guess forever, because it's just whatever. Level 3. Here we go. I think the dogs in this game are pretty annoying. I think a level full of dogs sounds horrible, in my opinion. I don't think this level was enjoyable at all. Like, the dogs see you through walls, apparently. You can use the flashlight to stun them, but I feel like it's just, I don't know. How do I feel about this level? I'm probably gonna cut this a little bit short so I can get straight to the point, but I don't know. I think the main thing that I'm looking at here is that most of the dogs in this level are like hidden behind walls, so you don't even know they're there until you walk around the corner and he's conveniently just sitting in one spot. Also, I think the dog AIs are just. I think this level just suffers from the monster AI in this game. Like, monsters will legit just camp you so hard, and the dogs just literally just circle in one spot where you have to be. They're not hard to avoid, but I think just the whole level of dog AI is just bad. I don't like this level. Level 4, I think this level is actually pretty cool. I'll put it in B tier. There's not really much that happens during it. You kind of just walk through it. It's kind of just a walking simulator. But it's kind of like, I don't know, do I put this? I think I'm going to just put level 4 over 0. Because one is a big maze, so it's kind of in the same ballpark. But also you have this cool segment where you have to avoid security cameras or they close the door on you. I think that's way more manageable and fun than, level 0, because you could literally go through level 0 and just never see the monster, which is kind of crazy because this is like Mr. Backrooms himself, the level. So I think level 4 is just a better level 0. Not much to really say on it. Level 5. Again, level 5, I think, suffers just like level 3 from horrible AI. I'm just gonna put this in F tier. I think the level is fine. It's big, it's expansive, it's great. But the AI monsters in this level are there is so bad. I don't know who at the development studio thought, yeah, let's have the monsters walk into the area that you spawn in. Like they could just walk through that area. And there's like no save point. If they see you, they just kill you at the start because there's no lockers or anything. Because that's literally where you spawn in. The skin stealer is always, once again, invisible and just appears out of thin air because there's no sound effects. You literally do not know where the monsters are in this game until they're right in front of you. In this level where it's just hallways and tight corners, he kills you 99% of the time because you hit a corner and look who's staring at you. Mr. Skin Stealer, because you can't hear him. But oh, let's play the footstep sound effects after the dude is chasing you. That makes no sense, and I think it really just cripples the mess out this level. I think this level is beautiful. I think it's great. I think it's a big map, pretty cool little puzzle. But again, the enemies just make it so much more frustrating than it needs to be. Um, level fun. Level fun is interesting because it's pretty much like a sneaking mission where you have to sneak throughout the entire level and hide under tables. I think this one can go. I'll put it in B tier. I think it's a fun level, fun level. It's not bad. It's I feel like in the second half of this level when you have to cross like a big like area of monsters and they just kind of Hawkeye vision you across the map and all start chasing you. I think that's a little bit corny. But for the most part, a sneaking adventure is pretty fun. I still don't understand the gimmick of the music's too loud so they can't hear you. But also in some sections, it feels like they're just straight up blind. Like you just crouch right next to them and they just don't even know you're there. So I don't know. I don't know if in the lore they're blind, but it also doesn't make sense if they can't hear you because the music's too loud. But the second I stand up, they all start charging towards me. Maybe if you could walk around instead of just crouching, but maybe that's just me nitpicking and going on a rant. I think this level is cool. It's fun. It's enjoyable. Level 37. This level, I'll give it an A tier status. It's pretty much like the better level 0 and 4. You get to walk around this nice, beautiful pool room. And I think later, let's see. I don't think they have the second part of it since it's all one level technically. Yeah, level 37 is probably one of the bigger levels in the game since you have like this just massive area to explore, and also I think level 37.2. Oh, that's the second part of it. Well, for level 37, let me just level 37. I think it's fun. There's no monsters here. You have some like bacteria growth and hot water that could kill you in here, but for the most part, it's pretty relaxing just walking around. And I think it does its job, and that's about it. Level exclamation point. Pretty cool level. I'll put it up here. Yeah, I'll put it up here in A tier. I think it's a fun little chase sequence. Not too hard, not too challenging. Like, you can easily die here because, some stuff like moves in front of you. But for the most part, it feels pretty good. Also, because it's pretty short. So, the end. I think this level is underwhelming. I would put it in C tier. Probably above this one. Since, this one's literally nothing. I think it's a little bit underwhelming, to be honest. You walk around and you collect like these VHS tapes, and then you just walk out the exit when you're done. I think if they had more like puzzles scattered in it, like, cause I played a Roblox game, it was called Areophobia, and the end level you had to do this like massive puzzle, and I think I kind of was expecting something like that instead of just picking some stuff up, cause it makes the level feel like really short, and the enemy is deaf, so he can't really, or no, he's, I think he's deaf and he's blind because he's a librarian. So he only kills you if you run. So it just kind of makes it just kind of tedious, just avoiding him. But for the most part, you're not really doing anything, and I feel like it just makes it kind of boring. Level, what is that? 94. I think this is one. I think this one is. I put this in B tier. It's a pretty fun level. It's a pretty cool walking simulator. You pretty much just walk across this big grass field and you hide in houses when it's nighttime, but you can also ride in cars to like progress through the level faster. I think it's cool. The monsters, I don't know. I feel like the monsters are too easy to hide from. Like you just kind of go into one of the houses and you just sit in a closet and you just sit there for like 2 minutes. A little bit underwhelming because you just do nothing every time it's nighttime. But I guess that makes sense. Maybe if they made it so that you could walk around at night instead of giving the monsters wall hacks, X-ray vision, just immediately charging for you when it's nighttime. Maybe if they just had them like roaming around, that'd be cooler. But for the most part, it's just B tier. It's all right. Level 5. Whoa. I'm gonna put this one at C tier. Now, I like level 5. It's probably one of the coolest levels. The whole area is dark, but at the same time, it's pretty just average. It's just a little frustrating having to navigate through the area. And I feel like the monster is just unnecessary for this level. I don't know if there's monsters. I feel like when I first heard about this level, it was more like a schizophrenia type of thing. Like there's nothing actually in there, but since it's so dark, you start freaking out. I feel like the monster that's in this level just doesn't do anything. He literally phases through your body if you just stand still. And I think that's like, it's like, what's the point of even having him if I could just phase through him? It would be cool maybe if they had like some jump scares that just randomly play. Like maybe you had somebody whispering in your ear while you're walking, or maybe you heard like footsteps charging at you. I feel like that would make this level 1,000 times more interesting to just staring at your little lighter walking through hallways. I feel like, I don't know. I definitely want this. I definitely wanted this to be higher, but looking back on it, it's just kind of boring. It's literally like 15 minutes of walking into walls. Level 7. This level is. I'm gonna just put it in D tier. It's, actually, I'll put it in C, like low C. Nothing really happens. You kind of just cross a big ocean. I really wish they did more. Like maybe you had to go into the houses to explore, maybe get some notes, some clues, literally anything. But for the most part, level 7, you could just ride straight to the lighthouse and then go on to the next level. And it's like, well, like the first time I played this, I was exploring the houses and there's just nothing in there, which is a little bit disappointing. So maybe they could go back and update this level, maybe change it up so you could find cool things in the houses. But I don't know. Level 7 or level 8. I think this one is the what is this? Oh, hold up, I gotta go look this up. Level 8. Escape. Back one. Cave. Okay, level 8. Let's just. Oh no, you. Level 8. Level 8. Alright, so level 8 can go straight into the. A matter of fact, let's just. Alright, level 8 can go straight down here into the bottom of nothing. I think this level is literally designed to rage bait you, and there's nothing else to it. This level is so horrendously designed. You have, for the most part, so the first part is moths that just sit on walls and wait for you to stand up, and then they kill you. I think that's the most boring stuff ever added, because it pretty much means you're extending gameplay by having you just crouch through the entire level, since once again your flashlight does nothing. The part I hate the most about this is the skin stealer section. There are 2 skin stealers that are walking across the most perfect path known to man, that will just immediately run across. Like, you wouldn't even see them, but guess what? They saw you. From the corner of your eye, you see a flashlight doing this. Cause guess what? One of them is running after you. I think the pathing for the AI on this level is egregious, and no skin stealer should be able to see me in pitch black. I could turn my flashlight off and sit in a corner and they will charge at me. Oh, but they got a flashlight. That's why they can see you. No. No. They need to like nerf the range that these NPCs or these AI can see you. Because they can literally, if they even can catch a glimpse of you in the corner of their eye, they start running across the map. And guess what? There's no place to hide in this level. Why would you make... So in the first part, they have these little hidey holes where you can hide from the moths. But in the skin stealer section, you can't hide from them, which is stupid. Why would you introduce a mechanic of hiding in little holes and then completely remove it for the part that you need it the most in? It is just another level that suffers from just stupid AIs that just will not stop hunting you down, especially in this one, because for some reason they can see you through walls. Like, there's been numerous times I died, spawned in, ran into the room, opened the door, and the dude is just sitting there waiting for me. It's like, why? Why even spawn the skin stealers so close to the door? And the pathing makes it like so that they perfectly line up with you if you try to speed run through the level. Like, and once again, there's no footsteps, so you have to peel back both your eyelids to see where these dudes are at. Because if you don't see them, you literally cannot progress. You have to sit there and wait till you can see where they're at before you can move, because you cannot trust your ears in a cave with echo. But they could hear me just fine. I think I've been ranting on about this level for too long. I'm gonna move on. This level, it's just boring. I'm not gonna lie, this is boring. There's not much going on. It feels like it just wants to do what level 0 does, but make it more threatening. But they have you do this like speed run section, so I feel like I don't even care about the monster anymore because now he's just once again made for rage bait's sake. He just gets in my way. I'm not even fearing this dude because I have a higher motive, and that's to flip all these switches before they reset. It's like I don't know. I feel like when you introduce stuff, it should be meaningful. Like level 37. Let's just say level 37 had a monster in it. I feel like that would, make it feel way more different. But imagine level 37 with a monster and timed switches. You would be like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I don't know. I think the puzzle at the start of it is cool, but the actual monster portion is just it's really, really short, and the area that you explore is like 30 feet, like 2 small kids' bedrooms. But I'll just leave it at that. Level 9, pretty cool level. I'll put it probably first S tier, I'm not gonna lie. Level 9, where you have to break into people's houses and like type on the computers and lock doors behind you. While also in the street, they got this big, like, tentacle man eyeball thing walking around. I think that's pretty cool because it actually, you actually get to interact with the level itself. Unlike like most of these levels where you're just kind of in them, you don't really get to interact with the actual environment. I will say again, the AI in this level is annoying because you don't hear the footsteps until the enemy hears you. Like the red dudes, they stand still to listen for you. And then all you hear is do 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 do. And then by the time you realize that you're just dead because they get like super speed the second they notice you. But I think the level is fun. This is probably one of my favorite levels. Level 10, pretty pretty boring actually. I'll just put it in D tier. I'll actually just put it just right above it. This level, you're walking through a maze or like a cornfield, but most of the time you're spent just staring up looking for the little radar tower things. It's not really much of a level. The chainsaw dude, I remember I replayed it on console and I saw him one time and then he just never appeared again. So I was like, okay. Just feels like a filler level. Level 3999. Just you could just go down here. Honestly, I'll put you below this level. I think the idea for this level is really cool, just a big arcade. But when you play the game, it's legit a single hallway. You walk down a single hallway, get a ticket, hop in the elevator, and that's it. I feel like they just completely, like, maybe, like, when I see this level, I'm thinking, like, I see this thumbnail and I'm thinking you're gonna get to walk around this, like, big arcade, maybe go upstairs, downstairs, like, it's like a giant mall, pretty much. But it's legit just the hallway, and you can't even, I think you can interact with the games. I don't know, but I feel like it's just wasted potential. This one, pretty fun. I'll put it like right here. You pretty much hop down, flip some switches, and that's about it. Yeah, you could just go down here. It's okay. It feels short. Once again, it's another level thing. I wouldn't put it down here because it's not like bad, but it's not good. It's just feels like another filler section. As you can see, there's like an arrow pointing to this door. It feels like just a filler, kind of extend gameplay where you just gotta hop down a hole. I will say the concept for this level is cool. Like you actually have to go into the wall spots and you like enter a completely different section of the game. I think that's cool, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel that fun to play. It feels just tedious trying to find the doors and flip the little electrical boxes. But yeah, snack rooms. Pier just, you might be thinking, why did you put the snack rooms down here in the pure garbage tier? And it's because of the level that comes right after it. This has to be one of the worst levels in the game. Why do you fill up my inventory with a bunch of snacks, bunch of waters, all this stuff, just to have level exclamation point that is like guaranteed to kill you and just lose all the loot you got from the snack rooms? It feels like such a bad gameplay decision to just completely strip you of all your resources. It's like, what's the point of this room? This level, F tier. Actually, I'm gonna just put it high, pure garbage. You might be thinking, why? Why pure garbage? This level has like music, cool chasing, and the problem is the chase scene itself. Why do doors open in front of you when you're like 1 foot away from it? Let's say this is a door and it's closed, okay? I'm running. Bam. It opens. The doors that block your path in this level open up the second you're at the door. Let's just say I'm back here and then the door opens. Then I would actually be able to dodge it. But for some reason, the doors, you have to have like frame perfect reaction timing. Not only that, they have fake hallways in this level. Meaning if you, let's say you're running and there's a left and a right and you go left. Well, congratulations, you died and now you get sent back like 3 minutes worth of running. I don't know why they couldn't just have like separate paths where you could run down them and then, they all intersect and lead back to the main exit. I don't know why they couldn't just done that. I think it ruins the flow of a chase sequence if I'm constantly having to remember, oh, this hallway is just completely useless. Or having to remember, this door opens up on the left and the right side. It's just too much going on. Like this level exclamation point is how you do a chase scene. All the stuff moving, it's visible. You can see it. I think it's still kind of bad, but the level is so short that it doesn't really matter. This level is legit like 6 minutes of running. Or not, probably not even 6, but like 4 minutes of running. And you have me having to remember like 4 minutes worth of fake doors and fake hallways. I think that is pretty bad. But moving on, Giga F tier, bottom of the barrel F tier. Such a cool level, ruined by a giant spider bum. And the spider isn't even the worst part. The worst part is that for some unknown reason, you have to drag 3 of the slowest TVs on like super glued wheels across this big old single hallway. It would have been cool if we can explore different levels, like actually go on different floors and maybe go into different rooms. But for the most part, you're on a single hallway having to find these big brick TVs. And it would have been fine if these TVs were slow, if they didn't have the fastest enemy in the game on this floor. Who thought of that? Who thought of putting the fastest spider beast on this floor while making you stroll three of the slowest, like, TV on wheels ever? I think this is just bad design. It's, again, frustrating. Nobody wants to do this. And I know it's easier if you have friends, but the solo people, just GG's. You have to sit here for like legit 30 to 40 minutes of just avoiding this speed demon while dragging these slow old TVs. This one, just getting D tier. I'll put you like right here. This level 37.2, is fun at first, but immediately becomes repetitive where you have to keep finding the same valve, these same water valves. The only difference is that the rooms get bigger and that they increase the number of valves. But you want to know what stays the same? Monster AIs with no sound effects. They put this big, like, meatball man in this level, and he has no walking sound effects. He has no nothing. He just appears and you die. Not only that, he is another character with like super X-ray vision where he sees you and then he just will track you down to the ends of the earth until you're dead. And it's just so stupid how, if I feel like if I'm going behind a wall, I'm going behind multiple walls, I shouldn't sit there and then be expecting that dude to hit the corner. I should hit a couple walls and be able to go free because I broke his ankles. That's how looping works. But in this game, monsters will be the ones looping you. They just have to wait until you run out of sprint and then they kill you. Big Meatball Man loves doing that. Also, I think the rooms are just too small. The hallways are too narrow. Mr. Meatball Man has, again, perfect routing throughout the entire level to just kill you at any moment. I feel like the routing is frustrating in this game. I feel like if they just gave monsters like casual roaming instead of scripted, always set to go in this path, I feel like it would be so much better. But level fun plus, you know what? S tier. I think this level is great. It's a collection of 4 levels that you get to do to open up a gate at the end. It's not bad. It's like 4 bite-sized fun levels that you get to explore. I vividly remember throwing dynamite sticks at a cake with an eyeball in it. It's fun, it's quick, it's easy. It gets the job done. I think it's a great level. Level 52, aka Walking Simulator Plus. I'll put you bottom C tier. I think the level is just, it's cool as an idea, but the actual execution of it, it's just so slow. It's like it already takes like a good 6 hours of playtime to get here. And then you have to sit here for like a good 3-minute crouch section. I don't know. Maybe I just don't like my time wasted, but this level just doesn't feel very fun. 55.1. I think this level is cool at the start of it. I'll put it like like right here. I think the level It's cool. You have to go down into multiple layers and take photos of specific things. But I feel like it suffers because one, the bottom levels, it's like impossible to see because again, the flashlight just straight up sucks in this game. Um, but also sometimes the camera just legit doesn't even work, and you have to sit here. You know, you're sitting here trying to get up close, back it up a little bit, maybe at a different angle while monsters are trying to kill you. I feel like I should be able to go to the location, snap a pic of it, and that should be proof enough that it's there. But I don't know. If it's just whatever. It's just a little bit frustrating. This level. You know what? High A tier. Just like these 3 levels up here, it's a walking simulator. I might, I'll lower it down to B. It's pretty much just like 12 minutes of walking up like 90 sets of stairs. It's not fun at all playing this level. But even solo, I feel like I just went on random rants and tangents while playing it, so I didn't really mind it. But I do feel like having a lore accurate version of this level is just kind of crazy. And in my personal opinion, I think it's just kind of boring. But you know, it still looks cool. Level. Okay, so these are the DLC levels. The kitty level, I think, is great. High A tier, definitely high A tier, easily. You have to walk around and find bears and then put them in a chair while Mr. Kitty is chasing after you. I think that level is actually really, really fun. I never got killed by Mr. Kitty, but he is terrifying. How he just teleports behind you, in front of you, just sits and roams and stares at you. That is terrifying. Like, this level legit made me, like, I was tense the entire time when I first played it. I love it. I think I'm gonna put it low S tier. I think it's great. I think this is what a backrooms level should be like. It's scary, but it's not frustrating. I get to play the level and I get to get out. Like, it feels great. Overgrowth. I'll put this one in place. High A tier. You have to find these bodies. I'll actually put it low A tier. Probably low B tier, high B tier. I think looking back on it, this level is fun. You have to, sacrifice these bodies. But there is 3 monsters that roam around, and you can't sprint very far when you're holding a body. So it just kind of makes it tedious having to constantly hide every 2 seconds because, again, the AI in this game is super busted. All the monsters' pathways, the way they walk, they're just perfectly lined up to intercept you at every single corner, and it's just like, but I feel like with people you would have more fun. But solo, honestly, I'm gonna just put it like down here, low B tier. It's not very fun playing solo, but it is a pretty big level, so I'll give it props for that. And finally, the grass rooms just go down there. This level is probably the most, I'll put it just F tier. I wouldn't say pure garbage, but it's, actually, hold on, let me just do this. There we go. The grass rooms is probably the most boring level, especially considering the fact it came out in the DLC update with the endings. I played through it and it legit took me like 2 minutes to beat the entire thing because nothing happened. The mazes weren't hard at all. It just felt like somebody just put blocks around and just called it a day, to be honest. So I definitely feel like maybe they were just tired because they made such a golden level and this level too, that they just decided to just throw this in here. I feel like it would have been better if they made it more like a scenic level, have good scenery, flowers everywhere. I feel like the walls limited this level because it just made it feel very short, I guess. But yeah, this is my tier list. I know a lot of people may not like this, but this is just what I think is the definitive, I guess, my version of, good and bad levels. Is Escape the Backrooms a good Backrooms game? I've probably played like 3 or 4 Backrooms games in my entire life so far. Maybe many more that I just can't remember, but I don't know. I feel like some of the levels like really need to be updated, just maybe made bigger. But I feel like the main thing that needs to be updated in this game is the AI and the flashlight. The flashlight sucks. Also, the fact that you don't just get a complimentary flashlight on your person, like you have to find a flashlight. I feel like that's just, it's like, why? It's just another inconvenience. Like the game is already pitch black and I can't even just have a guaranteed flashlight. But the AI in this game, just terrible in my opinion, because enemies literally will see you from 800,000 feet away. They will non-stop chase you until you get into like a guaranteed hiding spot. You could hit as many corners as you want and it just doesn't matter to them. Another thing is you can't hear them. There's like no sound effects for when they actually start running after you until they're like 15 feet away from you, and then they start rawr, rawr. I feel like these quality of life things that just make it easier to actually know that you're about to die, I think that would be great. Also, I guess we're still upset about the sprinting being like heavily nerfed. I feel like our character should sprint longer than 6 seconds, but we're grown men. I think we can last way longer than 6 seconds and then immediately I don't know. But this is my list. This is my list. If you enjoyed this rant video, leave a like. I kind of want to just do more videos talking about things, because to be honest, it feels way better talking about things than actually playing them. I feel like I enjoy them in my own time more than actually recording it. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, leave a like, sub, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.